5 CBDCs are coming. If you don't know what a CBDC is, it stands for Central Bank Digital Currency. It's basically a digital currency, a cryptocurrency that is manned, operated, observed, maintained by the government. Okay? This is the worst thing that could ever happen to people like you and people like me. This is the worst. There is nothing like more tyrannical. There is nothing that could oppress people. Nothing can shut someone down. Nothing that could totally censor, totally silence your entire life. Big Brother is over your shoulder, breathing down our necks, making sure we comply in every single way. Our transactions, our personal and private transactions. There will be a loss of privacy. There will be a loss of freedom. There will be a total loss of everything. And in this video, I'm just gonna vent, okay? You're gonna get a very spicy cowboy today because this is not good. I do not appreciate that the Big Brother government has the need to see every transaction that you and I have to make. Because if I show you over here, okay, where this is just a quick run through. Reserve Bank of India preparing to trial with a CBDC, okay, the central bank digital currency, with public sector banks and fintechs, financial tech. Think tank launches technical sandbox exploring United States CBDCs. Okay, so a think tank, they're just getting together thinking about how this would all operate. The World Economic Forum weighs in on CBDC adoption. Look, this is all recent. Look, this is September 3rd. Okay, this is recent stuff here. The new global CBDC platform could cut payment costs. IMF says, okay, first of this one makes me mad, all right? Because they're trying to slide in there like, oh, CBDCs, it's gonna cut costs for everybody. Everyone's gonna be happy, you know. It's not gonna cost. It shouldn't cost us already, okay? Mind you. Let me just. Did you know that payment processing costs? It's like 3 to 4% right now. But the reason why their payment processing costs are 3 to 4% right now is because back in the day, like 20 years ago, they would have huge buildings of office workers to manually go through every transaction and correct the books and balance all these sheets. And so you had to pay for all those people with a 3 to 4% transaction. Now it's done automatically. Now the books are corrected and all the assets in life, all of it's corrected now. And so why do they still need to charge us that 3 and 4%? But that's probably a little bit of a tangent here. But they say that a global currency that's maintained, supervised, controlled by governments, by probably one government, is a good thing for you and me because it's cutting payment costs. Why don't we just do that right now? CBDC Weekly, digital dollar project starts sandbox. IMF pushes for cross-border population. India plans live pilot. So this is happening, people. Okay, this is happening, and I just want to let us pause here and just acknowledge that this will be the worst thing for you and me. This is it. This is the worst. Okay, this means there is no more privacy. Our transactions, every single transaction will be recorded. Okay, if they don't like how you're spending money on your guns, if they don't like where you're spending your money, if they don't like who you're donating to, if you're not donating to their agenda, they can freeze you, they can pause you, they could cancel you, they could tax you, manipulate you. It doesn't matter. Okay, and this is what people are calling a move towards a cashless society. It's not just, we don't primarily use cash. No, it's a society that is digitally controlled and monitored. Let me give you an example here, okay? I think you and I hate it when we have a camera fixated up, to watch us work, just to make sure that we're not working, okay? Could you imagine that for everything you do? I don't understand, right? What if I want to donate to a certain healthcare clinic? What if I want to donate to a church? What if I want to donate to one politician or another politician? It should have no bearing. Okay, this is an egregious amount of overreach that is being proposed by the governments of the world, and then we have the IMF, right? The International Monetary Fund. We have the Fed. We have all these centralized locations. The Central Bank of England. We have these central banks of power, and basically we're already in this huge inflation bubble because of unchecked, unregulated government, centralized government printing all the money they want to print. It doesn't matter. They could control the reason why your portfolio is down is because someone decided to print or to stop printing money. And the reason why it goes up is because someone's decided to start printing money and keep that money printer going. Then tell me, how good do you feel that your losses and successes in your life, your money, your hard-earned money and time is controlled by one person? It doesn't matter how hard you work or how little you work, it is controlled. Why? Because someone can start printing money and stop printing money. That's basically what we got here. That you got one Yahoo, when I'm saying one, like, you know, as a general ethic, the Metapoint, right? That there is a centralized point in which people, small group of people, and I don't even know who. I don't even know who to get mad at. It's certainly not Biden. Okay, it's certainly not Biden. Why? Well, for a whole host of reasons. One of them being that he can't come up with a CBDC. Okay, let's just start there. Is it Jerome Powell? Probably not Jerome Powell. It's probably someone or a few people that we don't even know. And I'm not trying to go down a conspiracy theory, but I will say this: that if whoever is issuing this central bank digital currency, probably the central banks, they're the true enemy. And when I say enemy, I don't use that word lightly. I really mean they are someone who's trying to enslave us. When someone takes the results of your labor, when someone seizes, when you have no control over what you have because of you worked and how you want to spend it, when you have zero control of that, or when you have that supervised and monitored and checked to see if it's okay or not, you have officially lost your sovereignty. You have lost your freedom. Why? Because it could cut payment processing fees. This is ridiculous. You should be angry. I'm angry. I don't like this kind of stuff. This is the kind of stuff that will get me demonetized, deplatformed, shadow banned. I already think I'm shadow banned. This is the kind of stuff that I really, really despise. I mean, I oversee a lot of people. You know, if people want to spend money or buy money, I trust them to use properly the allocation of their budget. But if they're going off the rails, I have to pull them in, rein them in, and be like, okay, what are you doing? And I audit them if they're using their money correctly. However, that's a job. Okay, they are in a confined area. They have to operate in parameters. The reason why I wear this cowboy hat is because I believe that people have the sovereign right to choose what they spend their money on. They have the sovereign right to say whatever they want to say, being that it doesn't incite violence on someone else. Okay, and that I could probably go back and forth on that. Okay, well, this is not the point of the video. The point of the video is that the leeches, the tendrils of control, I don't even know if I'm using that word right, are easing in. Before we even know it, it's going to take a hold of everything, and it's going to be already so wrapped and intertwined that I'm not so sure we're going to be able to unravel it. What's the option? Friggin' Bitcoin. Okay? It's Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin. Okay? I think that so the one thing that I would love to see in a central bank digital currency is the transparency of the blockchain. But you have that with Bitcoin. You have that with Bitcoin. Okay? You can see where everyone goes pseudonymously. So like if I could see if someone is wiring money from one politician to another politician, or from one special interest to another politician, or whatever, I could see that. If I knew their wallet addresses, I could see that, and I got them forever. Because whatever transactions happen outside of that, like, there you go. They would have to take their Bitcoin out, buy actual physical gold, transfer the physical gold over, then transfer it back into, like that's what just would happen. So Bitcoin offers the transparency aspect of it. Bitcoin offers the scarcity aspect of it. And I don't want to go down this road. This is not about Bitcoin. This is really about central bank digital currencies. But we can't talk about the problem unless we talk a little bit about the solution, which is Bitcoin. Now, here's the problem that I have with Bitcoin. Here's the problem. And I don't know if you thought I would say that. But the problem is that I think this is going to take a long time for Bitcoin adoption. It could be 50, 100 years. It could be 100 years. I am living now, so I need to make money. So I think, what do I know? I'm not a financial advisor. I think that Ethereum, ADA, XRP, I think those stand the best chances to make a lot of money. I think that if you go into micro cap, pre-sales, all that kind of stuff, for me, I know a lot of people despise those things, but for me, I have the right, I have the freedom to roll into whatever coin I very well please, and I like those coins. I like I like Vulcan Forge. I like Gains. I like the pre-sales. I like them all. I like being whitelisted. I like little NFTs. I like to have fun. I do not like someone telling me how I need to spend my money. I think that's fair. Okay, I think that's fair. So my point is, I think that I have to play in those coins for right now to make money. And if I want to secure some kind of future for my children, I think that's where my Bitcoin strategy comes in. And maybe I'm just learning and going through this. But one thing I already learned that I don't need to relearn is I hate central bank digital currencies.